Black Ops 6, the newest game in the Call of Duty franchise. Recently announced during the Xbox reveal event, it had me thinking about the game after I saw it. And that's the whole point of this video. I'm going to go into a analysis of the campaign, multiplayer, and zombies based on the reveal. I'm going to start with the campaign, then multiplayer, and then save my favorite mode, zombies, for last. Now, my favorite mode is zombies, so I might have a partial bias, so take that as you will. And another thing you guys should know before I get into the video is my history of me and the franchise. So I began on Black Ops 3, and I played every game up to Modern Warfare 2019. Didn't buy Cold War initially until 2 years after, and I bought it. I haven't played Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3, and if there's another one that I'm missing, I haven't played it. So that is my background. Zombies player first. Those are the games I've played. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off with the Black Ops 6 campaign, it takes place after the events of Cold War and after Black Ops 2. So that's why you'll see Frank Woods in a wheelchair all over the promotion for this campaign. Now, I haven't played Black Ops 2 or the campaign for it, so I really don't have that much emotional attachment to Frank Woods. I mean, other than him being in the Cold War campaign. So he's basically being used to entice people to play the campaign that haven't played the campaign since Black Ops 2 or something like that. So that hasn't really got me excited. What has got me excited is when they talked about campaign missions. And they talked about one in particular that has me really excited just in general. And that was the casino heist mission, where basically it's a heist in a casino, and they were talking about how there were different outcomes or different ways to play the campaign, just like all the other campaign missions apparently, which is just an interesting idea and not something I've seen before. It might have been in earlier campaigns, but I haven't seen it, so that has me excited. Another mission that they showed, it was like the largest campaign map ever, was like a desert in like the Saudi Arabia area, and it's just like you're riding in a car and just going in, shooting. That mission looks interesting. So overall, the missions sound interesting. Being able to play it any way that you feel right sounds interesting. On the downside of this is just purely from the reveal, is how much attention they gave to certain information that was revealed. And I'll read a quote directly from the Call of Duty website, and I'll put it on screen too so you can see what I'm reading. And it goes as quote, "With a mixture of new and familiar faces, a legendary wildcard also returns to the fight. The infamous Russell Adler is back. While his allegiances and motivations remain unclear, this former ally may have become a new and daunting enemy." And then obviously it shows a picture of Adler above. And so I feel that's very unnecessary. That is extremely unnecessary. If you just told me Russell Adler is back, fine. He is all over promotion, just like Woods. So you have Adler and Woods both being pushed in the promotion of this campaign. And with Adler, they just keep talking about, oh, he might be a new bad guy, guys. I don't know. He might be, I don't know. And I played the Cold War campaign. And at the very end, spoilers, he shoots you because he doesn't want any loose ends with like Russia, because you play as a Russian defector. He shoots you. So might be a bad guy. It's true. He shoots you for helping the country, basically. That's what happens. And so you're left to be like, wow, that guy, I hate that guy. And now they're saying, oh, he might be a bad guy. Well, yeah, I kind of assumed that from the Cold War campaign. I didn't need to be told that through promotion of the campaign. That's just not what I needed. That's just like a minor nitpick. Other than that, the campaign looked very good. The pictures they gave, such as this picture of Adler jumping over a police car on a motorcycle, looks really good. It looks really good. We didn't get any footage that I believe for the campaign, other than like a few like cinematics from the campaign itself. Other than that, it was purely just cinematics and them talking about the mission plan and layout and stuff, and like who's back, Woods. Overall, it looks like a very solid campaign. Something I'm excited to play once Black Ops 6 is released. Now, moving on, a lot of the meat of this video is, because I'm going to be talking about the mechanics and everything they talked about, it's multiplayer. Multiplayer isn't my favorite mode, even though I probably spend the most amount of time in that mode. And I know that's crazy to say. If I play the most, it's not my favorite, but it's just, there are reasons behind it that I don't need to get into in this video. So, starting from the most, like what they talked about most, is Omni movement. Their innovation in the movement mechanics for Black Ops 6. And if you don't know, Omni movement is basically where you can do actions in any direction. So you can sprint left, right, forward, backward. You can dive, you can slide, all of those in any direction, which is a big improvement to how you play the game. And my first thought when I heard that is relating it back to the exosuits and jet suits from Advanced Warfare up to Infinite Warfare. And I know that might be an unfair comparison for some people, but personally, that mechanic is exactly similar to how I view Omni movement, because those were big innovations to the game, trying to change how people play the game entirely. I know it was set in the future, but it was like entirely new movement mechanics that changed how people played. And that's how I view Omni movement. And people don't really like the jet suits from those games, which is fair. But at the same time, they complain when people camp or sit in a corner or whatever, which personally is more annoying than people jumping around in a jumpsuit. And it's just something that parallels with Omni movement, because if you can dive right or dive left, dive backwards or whatever, or slide or whatever, people are going to complain, just like they did with the jet suits, where it's like you have to pick a lane because you just have to adapt to the mechanics that are in the game. This leads to another mechanic they're implementing that they call intelligent movement, which allows players to reduce the amount of button inputs they require to do actions such as mantling and sliding, which another great addition that I see in the game, because that allows people who are just casually playing the game to not focus on trying to master the mechanics and focus on playing the game, which with these new Omni movement additions and everything just normally, this allows people who just enjoy the game playing to not worry about it. It's a great mechanic addition. It is going to help focus on gameplay, which is what the Call of Duty game and any game really should be about, not the mechanics of the game. While that is a crucial part of the game, shouldn't be the focus. Continuing on with mechanics, or just overall, is a graphics portion of the game. Starting with if Omni movement isn't the best innovation for the game, this mechanic is, and that is adjustable HUD. Adjustable HUD basically allows the player to change how their HUD or heads-up display is while playing the game. And that's been a big problem in past COD games. And I'll show you an example of 2 modes from the same game. How they differentiate. So here's the first one. This is Modern Warfare 2019 Search and Destroy. This is the HUD. This is what you see when you're playing the game. Pretty clean, right? Now let's move over to a mode. It's called Warzone. Ever heard of it? Now here is the HUD on that game. What the fuck happened between Modern Warfare and Warzone? 2 games, two modes in the same game. I know Warzone has grown past Modern Warfare, but they are the same mode. How does that happen? The drastic difference of the HUDs is so immensely crazy. And I'm not even going to talk about Zombies HUDs because they've been bad. Black Ops 4 had a bad HUD. But that's not the point, because now in the game you're allowed to adjust it as you seem fit. Now, if you like a lot of information on your screen, it helps you play better, you can adjust it and make it more prevalent so you can see it. And if you're someone like myself who prefers just the bare minimum that you need, and you can just change it as you want, you can do that. So like mini-map, if you want to move it, resize it, you can do that. Ammo, if you want to remove it altogether and play like you're in a hardcore, you can do that. You just can make it as you feel is right, and that just seems like a mechanic that should have been added from the start. It seems so essential for people to enjoy what they're playing without have to look at every part of the screen in order to see. It's like, okay, they're up there. Oh, ammo. I'm about to run out. Oh, okay. I have like 2 more kills until I get a score streak. Okay. It's just cut and dry. You can adjust what you want to see. And that is a great mechanic. I think that is going to be a mechanic that, if done correctly in Black Ops 6, is going to be implemented in every other Call of Duty game moving forward. It's going to be one of the best mechanics they add if it's done properly. Now I have to talk about 2 looming, just overall bad things. Like, these are all the positives. Now it's time to talk about the negatives. And I'm going to start off with operators.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
This too, this as well, all of this. I hate this. I loathe this. I despise operators so much. So much. Oh my god. They're the worst. Same thing with Battle Pass system in a Call of Duty, which is also back in Black Ops 6. Oh my, why? Oh my god. Why? With operators comes bundles. With operators comes bundles. Now, I see, I can't, it's just, it annoys me so much. Mostly all bundles, operator bundles, tracer bundles, whatever you want to call it, they cost $25 minimum. They are $25 minimum to buy. Some of them are $30 to buy. Why? It is a modern warfare game. It is called Modern Warfare. What the fuck about this makes you think Modern Warfare game? If this was added to Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, I'd be like, okay, makes sense. Those games were trying to be fun. They weren't being super serious. They were just trying to make you have fun. But this is Modern Warfare. This is a game set modern about war. And so you go to it and you play Warzone, you play multiplayer, and you have people running around dressed as clowns, dressed as Snoop Dogg, dressed as fucking Nicki Minaj, Devin Booker, fucking A-Train from The Boys. Why? That makes no sense. And I get they are a for-profit company. I'm all for them making money. But if you're trying to make a game serious, why add silly things? Let the devs of the games like Treyarch and Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer make silly games, because they clearly want to add silly stuff. And it makes sense if the game is silly to add silly things. It makes no sense for a game. And I'll transition to the second bad thing. The graphics. Ever since Modern Warfare, the games have looked so gray and brown. And the reason for that is the Modern Warfare engine. Now, I have 19 days played on Modern Warfare. I liked Modern Warfare. It is my second favorite Call of Duty game. But I can say without a doubt that I don't need more Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is its own game. I like Modern Warfare for Modern Warfare. And the whole reason that game did so well is because of Warzone, and that was free. And now, Activision as a whole saw the popularity in Warzone and proceeded to continue making games based on the Modern Warfare engine. They just said, hey, here's the Modern Warfare engine, you run with it. And now every game afterward has been brown and gray and gloom and taking itself seriously. And they still add this goofy ass shit. That's not what I want in a serious game, okay? If it's not taking itself serious, I'm going to have more fun in it. And then I'll be like more accepting of this silly ass shit that allows, okay? It just allows you to have fun. And I get, if they're not trying to take it serious, why is it so brown and gray, okay? Why is it so brown, gray, gloomy, gray, like everything, every map. Oh, it's snowing. We get some blue, but it's still gray. Some brown, okay? Like, it's every map. And not only that, they're trying to make a serious game, and then they add the silly stuff, and they know people want to play silly games. That's why it's locked behind a $25 fucking paywall. It's locked behind a $25 paywall. Now, if you're trying to add fun stuff, like an emoji skin, like this fucking bullshit, this scary ass bullshit, and it's behind a $30 paywall. It is behind a $30 paywall in order to have fun in this game. Now, you can have fun normally. You can play the game. That's fun. But the fun skins, you have to pay $30 more to enjoy the game. It makes no sense from a player's joy perspective because it removes all and any interest in taking the game seriously when it's trying to take itself seriously, but at the same time it's not. It's having a personality crisis like a girl with pink hair. Like, it is crazy. It's crazy. It annoys me so much. And Black Ops 6 will have the same graphics. It is going to be on the Modern Warfare engine until a game doesn't sell 1 million copies. It is forever and ever and ever and ever until death do we part. We will always get a Modern Warfare engine game until a better engine is made by some creator with better graphics, and it's just going to repeat and repeat and repeat until we get just playing a gray screen. And then at the same time, they said this already, and I'm going to try to find the tweet or the interview or whatever it was. about operators where they said they're going to not focus on operators at the beginning of the game's life cycle, but they are going to add it later because they know people love it. Bitch, I don't fucking love it. That's a bullshit answer. You're going to add it because it makes you money, and that's the only reason. Okay? And I said all these positives before. I said all these positives, so I'm not trying to be negative. But if you have the Modern Warfare engine in the game and you have operators who don't have character, if operators like Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, like that, it's interesting. And yes, the game looks great. It looks cinematic. To quote them directly, they're trying to find a balance between real and hyper-real in which it looks like a high-octane action movie, which they seem to have perfected. It looks great. It is just gray and brown. It is gray and brown no matter the way you turn the rock. It is gray and brown with some blue, maybe a little red at some points, but it's always gray. It's always brown. And that's multiplayer. That is the multiplayer mode. And I don't need to shit on it more because I am excited for this game. They just have the two big things that I'm afraid of in the game. And then that's where we go to in zombies. Zombies, we didn't get any real footage. We got cinematics only, but they talked about them and everything. So, everything for multiplayer, like the Omni movement and I assume the HUD adjustability, are going to be in zombies, which is great. Omni movement is going to be an interesting thing to see. And then HUD adjustment, like I said, Black Ops 4 Zombies HUD was the worst, and now they allow people to change it. But specifics for the zombie mode, and this is like a no-brainer, but it is round-based zombies. Now, they announced 2 maps that are coming on release, which sounds good. One of them is called Terminus, which takes place on a remote island prison in the Pacific. And it looks good. That's the one they showed in all the reveals. Like, all the cinematics were on Terminus. It looks like a fun map. It has a set crew. Or you could play as operators. So you really get the best of both worlds on that. Because I'm going to be playing as the set crew. I might have operator skins that are really cool. I'm not playing as an operator in zombies again. That ruins the story. That ruins the engagement. For me, I get it's not everyone. But for me, it ruins the engagement in zombies. And so that's a great thing they've done. The other map is Liberty Falls, which takes place in West Virginia. And that's pretty much all the information we have for this map. That map also has a set crew, or you play as operators, which, again, as I said, great mechanic. You get the best of both worlds, really, with that, because you can play to get story, or you can play as your favorite, rapper that's out right now. Whatever you really want. The thing with Liberty Falls is it is rumored to be a multiplayer map. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing, rather, because if you look at other maps, such as Derice, that map was a multiplayer map before it became a zombies map, and that is one of the most beloved maps out there. Now, let's look at good old Call of Duty Cold War. Oh wow. Okay, so you have Firebase C. Oh wait, no, that's the Fractured Jaw mission from the campaign. Okay. Oh, Mauer de Toten. Oh, don't you mean Breaking the Wall mission from the campaign? Shoot. Okay. All right. Oh, Forsaken. That's the other map. That's right. No. You're mistaken. No. That is the red light, green light mission from the campaign. You mix them up pretty easily. See, they reused assets for those maps, and I'm okay with them reusing assets. It makes it cheaper, it makes it go by faster. But if you're really just gonna take a map from multiplayer and campaign and change it very slightly, what's the point? It is not going to be engaging. It's not going to be fun, because I can tell you for a fact, you can't tell me why. What's the purpose of the Easter egg on Mauer de Toten? What's the point? Could you wait? You can't tell me. What about Firebase Z? Why are you doing the Easter egg on Firebase Z? Oh, you couldn't tell me? What is the final Easter egg? What is the pièce de résistance from Forsaken? The like final map in the game. The like conclusion. You can't tell me? That's crazy. I thought it was clear. And that is not necessarily the player's fault, because you play as an operator and all the story is told with Intel. Now, is Intel going to be back in, Black Ops 6? Most likely. But it having a set crew eliminates the having to listen to Intel, collect Intel, do that bullshit dance when you want to find out what the story is. Because I can't tell you what the story is in Cold War. Am I going to be confused when I start playing Black Ops 6? Probably. But at least I'm going to have a set crew and I can pick it up from there. That is a great feature that they've changed from Cold War, at least. Playing as a set crew. Now, that is all the information I could find from the games. Any information they gave from the reveal or anything like that. So, overall, I would rank the modes I'm most excited for. I would say campaign is 1, then it's zombies, then it's multiplayer, because that is the mode I'm probably playing the most, and that's the one that's probably going to be ruined the most at the end of the day. So, my hype level on a scale of 10 is I'm a 7 out of 10. I haven't been this more hyped than I have been. Like, this is the most hype I've been for a Call of Duty game since Modern Warfare 2019. And that's the last one I pre-ordered. That's the last one I pre-ordered. And I've pre-ordered this game. So, when it comes out, I will be making content on it. If you're interested in that, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this video and you want more like analysis type videos of Call of Duty, I can go into like retrospectives of the past games. Please consider liking. I've been Nichols. Thank you for watching.